So when I came down the escalator with my wife, and on June 16th, not long ago, and I brought up all of these things, and I thought really at the time it was going to be trade and it was going to be immigration, illegal immigration. And we gave a speech, and pretty much right at the beginning we went up from, actually we went up from, they wouldn't poll me because they never thought I was going to run, the press. They never thought I was going to run. So we went up right almost from the beginning, and within a few weeks we were number one, okay? People agreed with what I was saying. And we've been number one ever since. We have been number one ever since. And importantly, I never debated before. I was at center stage for every single debate, and I won every single debate according to every poll. Drudge, who's an amazing guy, Drudge, and Time Magazine and Slate, every single poll had me number one, that I won every debate. I never did it before. And Cruz, I heard he was a good debater. I think he's a terrible debater. If it's good if you want to hear Shakespeare. I don't want to hear Shakespeare. See when he debates in high school and college, nobody interrupted him. With me, I interrupted him, and he got all lost. And what? Nobody ever did this to me before. It's called the real world, right, folks? It's called the real world. So we won every debate, but importantly, right from the beginning, just about, I went to number one, and all these characters back there. Well, now he's reached his ceiling. I started off like at 6 or 5 or something. And they said, well, he's got 5. That was higher than most. But he's got 5, but now he's plateaued. Oh, okay. Next week I went to like 11. Well, he's at 11, but that's the highest he'll go. He's got a group of about 11% that love him, right? You know this. This has been going on for weeks. Then I gets to 14. Then I went to 18. Then I went to 24. And they kept saying, he's plateaued. I know he's plateaued. These morons like Karl Rove. The guy's a moron. He still thinks, no. Karl Rove, he still thinks Romney won. Didn't Romney win? I thought Romney won. Romney got wiped out. He should have won that election. That was an election that should have been won. And I backed him. And I backed John McCain, a tough one to win because the economy crashed. But I backed McCain. He didn't win. I backed Romney. Should have won. Didn't win. I said, this time, we're going to do it ourselves, folks. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. So a lot of things happened. So I talked about trade. I talked about illegal immigration. Then you had the killing of Kate in San Francisco, shot in the back by somebody that should have never been allowed in this country. And you had Jamil in California. Jamil, young boy. Father became a great friend of mine. That was in San Francisco. Then his father became in Los Angeles area, California. And he was killed. His father is a great guy. His son was taken from an illegal immigrant, shot through the face 3 or 4 times for doing nothing. We're going to build a wall. And then you had the incredible veteran, 65-year-old woman, raped, sodomized, and killed in California. And this is all over the country. And folks, we're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. We're not taking it anymore. And then polls start coming out where Trump is definitely the best on the border and best on everything. And I mean, best on everything, except they didn't like my personality. Who cares about my personality? I think I'm a nicer person than these people. The only thing I didn't do well on was personality. And by the way, the women's vote, women, nobody respects women more than I do. I will tell you that. And women are looking for security in our country. And they know I'm going to do the best job. Look at Hillary with her call. Remember the ad? Who's going to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, when they called her on Benghazi, she was sleeping, folks. She was sleeping. Okay? She was sleeping. Who's going to be awake? She wasn't awake. So all of a sudden, the polls start showing great. And we've been doing amazing. But then you had a thing called Paris, where Paris, 130 people killed, hundreds of people laying in the hospital right now, injured so badly their lives are destroyed. You had people that went in and just boom, boom. Toughest gun laws in the world, Paris and France. Toughest in the world. Boom, boom, boom. just stayed there shooting people, killing people, hurting people permanently forever. I mean, people are so badly injured, hundreds of them. Then you had in San Bernardino, you had a radicalized couple come out. They worked for people. They were given a baby shower by the same people they killed a short time later. Boom, boom. No guns on the other side. Let me tell you, if you had guns on the other side, whether it's Paris or San Bernardino or some of the military people that were killed where you have gun-free zone, would have been a whole different story. Would have been a whole different story, folks. And in fact, it may never have even happened, because if these people found out, if they found out that there were guns in the room, they probably wouldn't have even gone there, okay? So it might have been a completely different story. So we'll protect our Second Amendment, and we're going to really protect our Second Amendment, okay? And we're going to take care of it and cherish it. Because, you know, they're chipping away at the Second Amendment. We're not going to let it happen. So the story is that we're going to take care of our people. We're going to make them first. We're going to negotiate deals with people. We want other countries to do well, but it's going to be America first. We can't do it any other way. When we have 19 trillion in debt, going to 21 trillion because of that horrible budget that was made 4 months ago, the omnibus budget, which, by the way, funds Obamacare, which funds Syrians coming in that we have no idea where they come from, who they are, and they're coming here, which funds illegal immigration and illegal immigrants coming in, and lots of other things. You know, I always say that Obama is a horrible negotiator, except when it comes to negotiating with the Republicans in Congress. He gets everything he wants. And what happens? And we send these people on, and I'm a fan of the Tea Party, which has been maligned over the years, okay? It's just been maligned. But I'm a fan. We send these people, and they go, and we're going to get rid of Obamacare. We're going to this, we're going to that. Then they get elected, right? They go and they look at these beautiful halls and these beautiful ceilings and the marble and the statues, and something happens. They become lost. And he looks at his wife and he goes, Alice, we finally arrived. And then they vote for everything. That's not happening with me. That's not happening with me, folks. Not going to happen. So it's been such an honor, and I'm going to try seeing the other two rooms. Maybe I'll bring Carl Cameron with me. But I'm going to try and stop by. But let me just tell you, it has been such an honor. But hopefully, folks, tomorrow, and you'll get every friend you have that can vote. Every friend you can have, everybody, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to remember this evening. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. You got to remember this evening, and we had a good time with a bad subject. The bad subject, country's doing terribly. You know, the real job number is 20% or more. It's not 5%. That was put in to make politicians look good. If you stop looking for a job, you're looking. You stop looking, they consider you statistically employed. Okay? And you have millions of people out there that can't get jobs. We're going to bring our jobs back to our country, and we're not going to let people leave so easily anymore. So you're going to remember this night, but more importantly, you're going to remember the vote that you cast tomorrow. And you're going to say, when you look back in 5 years, in 20 years, in hopefully 50 years, some of the young people, we have so many young people. I think I have younger people. I think I have younger people than Bernie. By the way, Bernie, in all fairness, his system's rigged also. Only the Republicans rig it in a much more sophisticated way without the superdelegate thing. But Bernie, you know, he wins, then you watch these guys, he can't win. But here's what you do. You got to vote. And we got to keep this movement going. We will make America so great, maybe greater than ever before. If we have to suffer, though, and Cruz will lose in the biggest landslide in history, and Kasich, when he gets hit with a negative ad, I've had 60,000 negative, it was just reported, 60,000 negative ads. Cruz has had none. Kasich has had none. When they get hit with their first negative ad, they're over. With me, I think we're immune to it, and the ads were wrong. They're totally phony ads. But here's the story, folks. You're going to look back in years from now, and you're going to say it was the single greatest vote you've ever cast. And here's why. Because our country is going to start winning again. We're going to win with our military. It's being depleted. We're going to build up our military, make it stronger, bigger, better than ever before. And we're going to knock the hell out of ISIS, just so you understand. We have no choice. We have no choice. As part of that, we're going to take care of our great veterans. Our veterans have been left behind very unfair. We're going to win on education. We're getting rid of Common Core. We're bringing education local. We're going to win on education. We're going to repeal Obamacare, and we're going to come up with something that's so much better and less expensive. We're going to save and protect and cherish our Second Amendment. We're going to build the wall, we're going to have Mexico pay for the wall, and we're going to have strong borders, and we're going to have people come into our country, but they're going to come in legally. And we are going to make unbelievably good trade deals. No more stupid deals where our businesses and our money get sucked out of our country. We're going to make great trade deals done by the greatest people. We have the greatest negotiators in the world right here in this country, and we're going to use them. We're not going to use political hacks that don't know what they're doing, and probably, who the hell knows, they're bought off, and that's why they're making such bad deals. We're going to make the greatest trade deals. And you're going to look back and you're going to say, you know what? That's when we started winning again. When Trump took over. And we're going to win. We're going to keep winning. We're going to win so much you're going to beg me, Mr. President, please, please. It's too much winning. We can't take it. And I'm going to say, I don't care. We're going to keep winning because we're going to make America great again.